also volume. So perimeter is the length around the outside of a shape, and area is the space inside a shape. Okay, this is something we are all familiar with. So for example, I have a rectangle. I have 3 units width and 5 units of length. So the rectangle will have a perimeter of 5 plus 3 plus 5 plus 3 and altogether 16 cm. This is if one box happens to be 1 cm. And the area will be, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times by 3, or 5 plus 5 plus 5, which is 15 cm square. But we're more familiar with 5 times 3, length times width. Okay, so basically perimeter is the outside and area is the inside. Okay, so there are 15 boxes here on the inside. So that's why it's 15 cm square. Okay, so one thing to take note of, perimeter and area, the unit for area is cm square or meter square. Perimeter is just centimeter or meter. Okay, then we look at surface area. Okay, so surface area is when we look at 3D shapes, we look at all the faces of a 3D shape. We take all the separate areas of each of the faces and we add them up together. Okay, so it's like the exact amount of wrapping paper you would need to wrap your shape up with. That's one way to look at it. You have to cover your present, cover your box with on all sides. Okay, so each side needs a specific amount of paper. So how much paper do you need for all the sides of your box or of your present? So that's what we're looking at when we talk about surface area. So for example, this cuboid. Okay, each face you can see has a face exactly the same opposite it. So if the face on the right hand side is this exact same face on the left hand side. Top equals to bottom, front and back are together. Okay, so we calculate them separately. Okay, so for example, the front is 4 times 10, 40. But I must times 2 because at the back also got the same shape. So it's 80. Then if at the side is 4 times 5. And then I times 2 because I got both left and right. Same thing with top and bottom. 5 times 10. And then I times 2. So there are 2 sides for each of it. So I must take into account of that. And then I add them all up. 80 plus 40 plus 100. So 220 cm square. So this is how we find surface area. We find the areas of the separate faces of the shape and then we add them together. So we'll be looking at more in depth this week during class. So I will see you all in class. Okay, bye-bye.